we're going to go ahead and get started. Today, we're going to talk about social media marketing. So we're going to talk about how to recruit, but also recruit on social media. Now, here's what's really exciting, you guys, about social media is it's just like meeting people every single day. Social media is huge. In fact, Facebook alone is like 1.86 billion people or something are on Facebook alone. And so I look at social media as just another way for you to connect with people, for you to meet with people. And it's a great way to generate warm market for you. And so nobody on this line right now has an excuse that you don't know people, because you guys, there's a database of 6 billion people out there. And so I want you to think about social media as just another way for you to connect and for you to meet with people. But you have to understand that social media isn't the only way for you to go market you and what you're creating. And so you've got to, I don't want you to look at this training as this is the only way, because the top successful networkers, top successful salespeople, top in any industry, they're a hybrid marketer, okay? So they focus online and they also focus offline. So you want to do the same. Okay, belly to belly is really, really good. These meetings are super important. Video chat meetings are super important. But online social media is another way for you to connect. So just think about it that way. And here's the other thing is there are so many social media platforms out there today. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, I can't even think of all of them right at this very moment, Twitter, but there's tons of them. It can be overwhelming. And here's the problem is if you focus on all of them, then you get nowhere. It's kind of like going to 10 parties in one night and not remembering anybody that you met, okay? So you don't want to focus on everybody. You want to focus on one at a time. And I suggest Facebook because Facebook, that is where most of the network marketers are today, is on Facebook. That's the #1 platform. And so we're going to talk about Facebook and how to focus on that. But you don't want to focus on too many, or then it's like being everywhere and getting nowhere, okay? So think about your Facebook profile as like your little mini TV channel, okay? It's your mini website of you, and it's you Inc. So you want to really think about this, that this is displaying who you are and what you're creating. Think about your profile as you are going to attract to you who you are. That's how it is, okay? So if you want to have sharp, hardworking, incredible people that are attracted to you, then you've got to look and be that part, okay? You remember how we always talk about you have to become before you are. If you want to be a top CEO, if you want to attract CEOs to you, if you want to attract big people to you, then you've got to be that person. So let's talk about what happens when somebody comes to your profile. When somebody comes to your profile, or let's say you friend request somebody, or somebody suggests you as a friend, then they're going to go to your profile and they're going to evaluate you. Just like we talked about last week in closing, okay? You have 4 seconds for somebody to, they're going to basically dissect you, and they're going to decide whether they want to work with you or not. Okay, so whether we like it or not, in our first 30 seconds, when somebody looks at our profile, they're going to decide if they want to associate with you or not. They're going to look at your stats, which is kind of crazy, but they're going to look at how many friends do you have, how many followers do you have, what are your interests, what are your values, what are your passions. They're going to be looking to see if they want to associate with you. So you want to look your very best on social media. Again, this is your commercial, okay? This is you Inc., and this is showing everybody who you are and what you can create. So you got to be 100% in control of your timeline. Now, some people don't even know that this is something that they can do, or they don't even think about it. But when you get tagged on Facebook, then that automatically goes onto your timeline, and unless you have it protected where you say, I get to choose what goes on my timeline, okay? So in the beginning, right on Facebook, I want you to go to your settings, okay? So you're gonna go to settings, and then you're going to see this page here. And go down to timeline and tagging, and look and see who can post on your timeline. You guys, if other people can post on your timeline, then they're going to be posting advertisements and all kinds of junk that goes onto your timeline, okay? So make sure that it's only you that can post on your timeline, or that you approve it, okay, before they can just post on your timeline. And then you can see who can see what others post on your timeline. Only you, okay? For tagging, who can see posts you're tagged in? I put everybody, but I make it so that if I'm tagged, okay, that I have to first review it, okay? So when you're tagged in a post, who do you want to add to the audience of the post if they can't already see it? So just friends. So you can go through this, and I want you to decide, you know, what you can do. But I review every post that I'm tagged in, and then I decide if I want to hide it on my timeline or if I want to add it to my timeline. Because when somebody goes to my timeline, I want to have the best representation of me. Okay, so this is super important. So make sure that you go through your privacy and your timeline and tagging, and that you make it so that you're in control of your timeline and you are reviewing everything that goes there, and you can decide whether you want to keep that on your timeline, or if you want to hide that, or if you want to untag yourself. You can do any of that. Also, decide that they can, or you want to make sure they can contact you, okay? This is important. If this is your marketing tool, then you want people to be able to get a hold of you, to contact you, and in the best way possible, okay? And so let me see, guys. I gotta see how people find and contact you. So who can send you friend requests? I put everybody. Who can see your friends list? I put only me, because I don't want everybody to know who all of my friends are. So I make it so that only I can see my friends list, okay? But they can see how many friends I have. They just don't see who my friends are. So who can look up you using your email address? Everybody, okay? So the one that I provided, anybody can email me. As far as my phone number, I put only friends, okay? But just make sure that you have this figured out so that they can contact you in a way that works best for you and that you're going to get those emails. Okay, and then who can follow you? You want everybody to follow you, okay? Because again, they look at those stats, and so make it so that everybody can follow you. Make sure that it's public. So you go to general and then go to public posts. Who can follow me? And click on public. Everybody can follow you, okay? Who can post on your public posts? Everybody. And then you can, obviously you want to be monitoring your posts to see what they're posting, hide comments that are in there. But set a goal that you gain many friends and many followers. And I'm going to show you how to gain organic friends, organic followers that are real, okay? This is important. You want real followers, real friends. Okay, so in the beginning, we're going very basic, but this is so important because there are people on here that don't understand how important this really is, okay? Your profile picture has to be professional. Again, you attract to you who you are. So you want to make sure that it's a picture that they can tell that it's you. You don't want to have your whole family on your profile picture. This is your profile picture, okay? The picture that comes up every time that you post, it's in your news feed. They're going to see this picture with your post. So make sure it's professional, that you can tell that it's you. It's not a picture of your dog or your cat or like a graphic of some sort. You want to make sure that it's a picture of you so that they recognize you and you start branding yourself, okay? Are you smiling? People like to follow people that are positive, that are happy, that are smiling, okay? So make sure that you're smiling, that you're having fun, that you look pleasant, and you look like somebody that they would want to follow. Your banner picture. Now your banner picture needs to be more about your lifestyle, because again, they're coming to you and in 30 seconds, they're deciding whether they want to follow you, they want to see if they're attracted to you, if you're somebody that they could get to know. So your banner picture needs to kind of describe your lifestyle. Like, what's your passion? What are your values? What gifts can you share with them? Okay, this is important on this picture. Now, one rule, okay, on social media, and I want to start with this because this is important. If you won't do this offline, okay, so if you won't do this like at a networking event, then don't do it online. So I've seen people that post some really negative things. They post it online, and people don't want to follow people that are negative, that are, crude or saying things that are crazy. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing, think about when you go to a networking event. Right in the beginning, do you just run up to them and you start selling all of your stuff and you shove it down their face? No, you get to know them, you talk to them, you build a relationship with them, and then maybe you say, hey, you know what, you and I, we need to talk. So this is super important, okay? If you won't do this offline, so think about when you first meet people at a networking event. If you're not doing this at a networking event, then don't do it online either. That's important. So what I mean by that is you got to be really mysterious. The very, very top marketers online, you guys, I have studied this like crazy. The top marketers in any industry, they're very mysterious, okay? So think about when you go to your timeline, if they know exactly what you do, then you're doing it wrong. Think about it kind of like you're a movie producer, okay? If you post the very ending of your movie and you post it all over your Facebook wall, then nobody's ever going to want to watch you anymore, okay? They're not going to want to watch the movie because they already know the ending. So you want them to be watching you and be curious and so you got to be mysterious. When they go to your Facebook, they're going to be wondering, man, this girl, like this guy, they look awesome. Like, what are they doing? They look motivated, they look positive, they look professional, they look excited. I want what they have. Okay, people follow excited, positive, go-getters, people with strength, not weakness. Okay, so think about it that way, that this is portraying who you are and what you're creating. And so you want to be mysterious though, and I'll explain that. But you don't want to have Tranant all over your Facebook page right now. It doesn't mean that you don't want to tell them about Tranant, but you don't want to have that all over your Facebook page, because here's what's going to happen. It's kind of like shoving the pizza down their throat. I've talked about this before. When we peak, right? When you call somebody up, what do you say? You say, hey, what are you doing tomorrow night at 6 o'clock? Come check this out. Then you let the expert show them the information. You make them so curious that you get them to your house. And then once they come to your house or they come to see the meeting, then you can tell them about the information. But if on your Facebook, you are shoving things down their throat, like you're giving them a whole bunch of information, you're telling them, all about Tranant, they're going to go to Tranant.com. They're going to get preconceived ideas about what they think it is, and they saw the entire movie before you even showed them the movie the right way. So I hope that makes sense, but it's super important that when they come to your Facebook page, that they actually don't even know exactly what you do. So in fact, here, I'm going to just talk about this in your intro, okay? You don't want to say anything about Tranant. Say something more like, notice I put, I'm a mom, a wife, a friend, a mentor. I'm a CEO of Diebel Systems, Inc. and Mindy Diebel, Inc. Okay? So whatever you want to say, but something where really they're like, well, what does she do? They don't even know what industry I'm in necessarily. They just are like, wow, she's got something going on. She's a CEO. So you want to be a little mysterious here. Okay? This is important. Your intro should be about you and like in one word, what would describe you? Okay, so for example, on your banner here, it could be about your family. Okay, I had my family up here. It could be about your passions, but what who are you and what are you creating? This is important, but be very mysterious about that. What I mean by that is don't have your company name all over it right now. Okay, so don't have Ternat all over it right now. Not that we don't want to share Ternat, we want to, but we want to be mysterious about it so that we're reeling them in, okay? So you are like on social media or on your posts, it's like you're fishing, okay? So every post that you do, it's like you're fishing, and then you're gonna see who bites, and then you reel them in. Okay, so what should you share on social media? This is important, okay? 10% of it should be company related, but 90% of it should be about your lifestyle. Okay, so, and I'm gonna explain to you what is company related, what I mean by that, and what lifestyle is. But lifestyle is just about you and what you're doing, okay? So my kids are super important to me. So obviously I post a lot about my kids. My relationship with God is important to me. And so I post that. You wanna be genuinely you, okay? Because you're only going to attract to you who you really are. So just know that people can smell a fake a mile away. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. Be who you are, but your very best of who you are online, okay? So be your very best online. Show who you really are, your very best strengths, and post those things online. So some things to post, okay? Some content. Share your knowledge. Add value to people's lives. Share interesting personal information. When I say interesting, I see people that post their dinner and they post it every single day, like what they ate for lunch. Well, after a while, guys, that gets kind of boring, okay? So don't post interesting things, exciting things. And it's actually better to post, you want to post consistently, but it's better to post less and good content rather than just a whole bunch of crap that's just not really, people just quit following you after a while, if that makes sense. So post things that are interesting. Like maybe you did have a really good meal and it was a great restaurant and it was new, so post that, but then just don't the next day post the next meal, if that makes any sense at all, okay? But share interesting personal information. Share things that are funny to you, okay? These are little things that make a big difference. Knowledge. So if you're reading a great book, share it. Crystal Pop-Pop, she just shared a book that I absolutely love. I love that book. I've been reading it this last year, and it adds value to people's lives to share little things that that you are doing, so people can get to know you and who you are. If you have a great thought, share it, okay? If it's a shot that's or a thought and something that's going to add value to somebody's lives, then share that. Information about what you're doing and things like that, share the good things, okay? As far as company things, this is something that I shared, okay? Our leadership in January. So I didn't say Ternat. If you look at this post, it said we kicked off 2018 with a bang. Thanks so much, everyone, for making it so magical. I love you all. Power Up Weekend, Ladies Takeover 2018, best financial year ever. So people knew that this was a business post, and I have pictures of all of us, but I didn't say Ternat. I wasn't say, hey, check out this information. Let me show you this help video. It was basically just like, I'm having fun. Business is booming. Things are happening, and you're crazy if you don't contact me. Pretty soon, people will just start contacting you. Do you guys know that every single day I get somebody on my, in my messenger or in my Instagram, they are contacting me and asking me, what do you do? Like, I want more information. Tell me more about what you do. So what your job is for you to actually get people to ask you what you do rather than you trying to shove information down their throat. Okay, so 90% of your posts need to be about lifestyle, 10% company related. See, people don't like to be spammed. And just think about it when you're at a networking event. It's so simple to think about. If somebody's going around, and I remember going to the Grant Cardone, the Growth Con last year, And there was a guy that literally was walking around with business cards, and he was like shoving his information down people's throats. And when he would walk up to me, I mean, everybody was running from him. They didn't want to talk to him because he was like a shark trying to, you know, throw the whole pizza in your face, and everybody's throwing up on him. So you want to give them little bites of information, okay? Little nuggets that they're like, wow, this person has things going on. I want more information about that, okay? And pretty soon, people are actually bringing their business cards to you by contacting you online. This is important, so think about it that way. You guys, these are little things that people have either posted on their timeline that I got, or Messenger, things that I was sent from Messenger. So like somebody said, hey, you know, do you want to lose some weight? Let me show you this. I had somebody that sent me, hey, I know your daughter, you know, she is wanting to start a makeup line. Let me show you this makeup that I have. And I don't know these people, okay? So these are just people that are throwing information down. And do you know what? I never even contacted them because they're trying to sell me before they even get to know me, and people don't like to be spammed. So some of this was just on people's timelines. Some of this was messenger things to me, but here's what I want you to understand. People follow leaders. They follow success. They're gonna follow you, not a company, okay? So if you are successful and you're showing that you're a leader and you're making things happen, and you're making things happen with or without them, okay, then you're adding value to them, right? Then they're gonna want to follow you. But they really don't want to follow Ternant. That's what you have to understand. They don't want to follow Ternant. They want to follow you and what you're creating. And then when they find out about Ternant, they're going to love Ternant and they're going to want to follow Ternant. But they don't know Ternant right now. I hope that makes sense to you. See, they don't know anything about the life enzymes. They don't know anything about the balance or the vibe. All they know is you. Okay, they're going to see you. And so they want to see, are they somebody that I want to follow? And if so, then I'm going to find out what they're doing. Okay, so this is really important. So don't post things like, you know, a picture of the life enzymes and what enzymes do for you. And don't post like, and here's why, just because they don't care. Right now, they don't care. What they care about is what you are creating. So let me show you what you do post instead. So you got to understand that you are unique. A company isn't unique, but you are unique. You add value to people's lives, and nobody else can be just like you. Okay, so you be your authentic you. People are going to follow you. Okay, so just realize that and think about the people that will follow you. Now, you guys, I'm 47 years old. Okay, I'm telling you my age right now. And I probably am not going to have, you know, right off in the very beginning, I probably won't have really young 22-year-olds that I attract in the very beginning. It's going to be probably 47-year-olds. So just own it, okay? Own who you are, and just know that there are millions and millions of 40-year-olds that will follow me, okay? So that's exciting, okay? But I just want you to understand, when you are authentically you, then you're going to attract the right people to you that will want to follow you, that will relate to you, and you're going to have this whole group of people. And I still have 20-year-olds. In fact, I know I have some 20-year-olds on here. But what I'm trying to say is that when you are you attract the right people to you that want to follow you, if that makes sense. But if you're trying to be somebody that you're not, then you're actually not getting anybody to follow you. So be excited about who you are, because people follow you, okay? So instead, to like give a pitch about our opportunity, you could say something like, hey, good morning. I'm 47. This is what I would say. Okay, so I post a picture of myself instead of a bottle of Vibe, and I say, good morning. 47 and feeling amazing. Thanks, Vibe. energy, clarity, memory, take care of you, you're worth it, health is wealth, okay? So then somebody's gonna see that and like, what's Vibe? And they will contact me. If they've been following me, they're gonna contact me. Or dinner with my hubby tonight without the bloat. Love my enzymes, flat tummy, energy. Somebody's gonna say, wow, okay, so yeah, I don't want the bloat when I go out to dinner. And they're gonna, and if I keep kind of throwing little nuggets out there, then people are going to start asking me what's going on. Or you can brag, okay? So posts can also be brag. When your pitch is really about bragging, okay? So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Show a picture of your excitement. I just learned how to save money on my health insurance, okay? So if there's something exciting that you just learned, okay, share it with people. And people will contact you and say, hey, tell me more. I want more information about that. Okay, so these are just little nuggets. These are things I'm talking about for me specifically. Each and every one of you, you have little things. I noticed that Nicole Hammond, I tried to find that post. I couldn't find it, but she posted something about ice cream. And she said, first time in years that I'm eating ice cream. And it was a picture of her eating ice cream. Thanks to the enzymes I'm taking, something like that. Like, that's a great post. And that, I bet you she got people that contacted her and said, what are you talking about? What are these enzymes all about? I want that, right? I noticed that John Singh, he had a post about his credit. And it was his credit score, it was super high. And he didn't say anything about Trinot, neither did Nicole, okay? It was just, oh my gosh, I love this system that I'm a part of, and he showed his credit score, and good credit gives you power or something like that. And people will want to know more. Well, how are you doing this? Like, how did you raise your credit score so much? And he didn't say, hey, contact me and I'll tell you more. Nicole didn't say, contact me and I'll tell you more. They just posted it, and people contact them automatically. When you tell somebody to contact you, then it's kind of like you're desperate, okay? So instead, just like post, like just brag about everything that you have going on, and people will actually contact you because they just can't stand it anymore. They just want to know more about it, okay? So this is important. Okay, now who's your ideal customer? So I kind of talked about this a little bit, okay? But I want you to kind of think about you and what your passions are, what your strengths are, you know, and who do you naturally like gravitate to? So I naturally gravitate to women, okay? People that are, you know, close to my age, and then what I'm passionate about, okay? Now in this business, we also have ideal customers, people that are in the health industry, people that are, you know, passionate about their finances. These are our ideal customers. So I really want you to think about who is your ideal customer, and then what are their problems, what are their pains, what are their struggles, and what are their dreams and their desires. So in marketing, you really want to think about, you know, what are the problems, what are the pains, but then what are their dreams? And you start with the dream. So for a good advertisement, travel the world. Okay, so everybody's dream is to travel the world, but they don't want to max their credit card out. So travel the world without maxing out your credit card. Or eat ice cream without the bloat. That's what Nicole Hammond, she actually had a picture of her eating the ice cream without the bloat, okay? And that was actually a little advertisement. It was a little pitch about our enzymes. But what's funny is she didn't say Trinot enzyme. She didn't have a picture of Trinot. It was just her being genuine. And I guarantee you that she got people that commented and said, hey, I want more information. Tell me about that. So I want you to think about who you attract, okay? And what are their problems? What are their pains? What are their struggles, okay? And then what are their dreams and what are their desires? And also when you're posting content, so like this is something that I posted a while back, okay, one work at a time, one meal at a time, one day at a time. It's about health. So I'm just like, it's a motivational little quote, okay, showing that my passion is about health. So I'm representing myself, but also I'm representing my company in a different way by adding value. You could, so thinking about Trinant, okay, and health and wealth, you could post like healthy recipes, if that, you know, recipes that you love. This is just adding value. You could talk about, you know, like fitness, anything that's health in the health world. You could be talking about anything in the financial world, any information that you get about the financial world, like become an expert of our industry. That's what I'm trying to say. And you're going to start attracting experts to you by you just adding value. They're going to see that info and they're going to want more of it. But then you can also like have little advertisements, but it's you specifically, okay, saying things like, you know, like what Nicole said. So what I'm trying to say is that you got to be a little bit creative. And think about when on your pitch, remember this is only 10% though, okay? So 10% of your content is your pitch, okay? 10 to 20%, that's the max, is your pitch. Your pitch needs to be towards your ideal customer. What are their problems? What are their pains? What are their struggles? What are their dreams? What are their desires relating to our products that we have? So Vibe, Balance, the enzymes, just think about, you know, how these can help people and how you can attract that to them. So that's your pitch. But everything that you do, you got to understand really is your pitch, because people buy you. So even your posts with your family, you know, if you're posting things like you at a party drunk every night, you're not going to look really professional and really motivating, okay? People aren't going to really want to follow you. Okay, it looks like that we have a few people that are raising their hand or maybe have questions. So I'm sorry, you guys. I just want to check and make sure you can still hear me. Okay, sounds like you can still hear me. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay, now, so on social media, you want to engage, okay? This is really important. And in fact, it's important with Facebook, especially because there are algorithms. I cannot even speak this morning, but there are, it's a big word, algorithms, okay? So they are looking to see if when you're at the party, if you like people. So just think about when you go onto your Facebook platform, you're now in the party, okay? Now, are you gonna stand in the corner and just watch everybody talk and communicate, or are you going to engage? Okay, so you don't just like people's stuff, comment, communicate with other people, okay? But also, if you post something, don't reply back too quickly. This is super important, okay? You don't want to look desperate. So set times that you're on social media, and then have a time limit on social media. Now, here's the other thing where people really don't have success in network marketing, is they think that they're building their business and they're just on social media all day long. But that's kind of like going to the party and talking to everybody, but not getting anything done, okay? You don't want to, like, this isn't like social hour where you're there and you don't, like, have a purpose every time you go on social media, okay? So set the time when you go on social media. Maybe you say, you know what, in the morning I'm going to be on social media and at night. And I'm going to be on social media in the morning for 10 minutes. And at night, I'm going to be on social media for 10 minutes. But have your time limit, set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes. And then as soon as that timer goes off, just log out of social media, okay? This is important because, again, income generating activities. So I am giving you income generating activities by you just connecting. See, we are a network marketing company, right? So that means we network, and you can network online, you can network offline, but when you're online, you want to engage. So comment on their posts, but be genuine. Again, it's all about you being true to who you really are, okay? Okay, again, stop posting things that aren't consistent to what you represent. So don't be a fake, okay? Because people can see a clown a mile away. You've got to be professional. and show commitment to your business. Here's what I mean by that. If you are a sharp, motivated, hardworking, successful business person, okay, and you're trying to portray yourself that way, but then you're reaching out to people and wanting them to play games on Facebook, like, I don't even know what the game names, but there's games on there, okay, Funny Farm or something like that, okay, if you're asking them to play games, but then you're showing them financial services and you're trying to be this professional wealth specialist, or you're trying to be this, when I say trying, that's what I mean, is people know that you're just trying, but you're not really that person. Okay, so be the part. Okay, post. If you are saying I am a positive, hardworking, successful business person, then be that person. Okay, one negative post can ruin everything. One rant online can ruin everything. One posting you completely wasted on the ground can ruin everything, okay? For them to not want to follow you. One post that says, hey, you know, follow me on this, or, you know, reaching out to everybody and wanting them to play Funny Farm with you online means that you really are like not serious about what you're doing, okay? So be professional, show your commitment to what you're creating. This is super, super important. I don't mean don't have fun, but be professional. Okay, so look at it this way, okay? You have a database of 6 million people, like, or 6 billion people, not million, billion people, okay? So every day online, connect with 10 people a day. Okay, now do this offline too, right? You go to networking events, but think about it the same way. This is just another networking event online. So connect with people online. Now, how do we do that? Okay, so I tried to kind of show this here, but basically on Facebook, there's a little search tab. And on the search tab, let's think about people who would be attracted to what we do. Network marketers, okay? Network marketers would be attracted to us because they network every single day, and timing is everything. I don't mean that every single network marketer is going to join today, because they may be committed to something else. However, if they are in this industry or they know something about this industry, okay, then they appreciate and respect network marketers. So network marketers are one of them. People in the health industry are going to be attracted to us because we're in the health industry. People in financial services are going to be attracted to us because we're in financial services. They naturally are going to be interested in that world. So in the search bar here, you could search network marketers. And there are millions of groups out there of network marketing groups, millions of health groups, millions of financial services groups that are open public groups, okay? So for example, if you search network marketers here, then a whole bunch of groups come up. You just right under here, groups. And you could click on one of these groups. So this, for example, is the network marketing, internet marketing MLM group or whatever. I think there's 72,000 members here. You could actually click on see all members, and then you could start following some of these people, okay? Just start following them, friend request them, get to know them, people that you want to get to know, okay? Again, it's just like going to a networking group. You're going to be attracted to people that are genuinely like you, that you're gonna, naturally, you'll just be attracted to them. So who are you attracted to in that group? Start following them, friend request them, get to know them, look at their posts, and really, really engage with them, okay? So on their posts in the beginning, you're not just gonna instantly send them an advertisement about life, right? What you're gonna do is you're going to notice little things about them and write, hey, you have a cute family, or hey, something that when they're posting, then comment on their post about genuine things that compliment them, things that you notice about them, okay? Just be very, very genuine. And then as you get to know them, they're gonna notice you as well, okay? They're gonna start noticing you, that you like their stuff, And people like to be liked, just so you know. People like to be liked. And so they'll start noticing that you like their stuff. And they're going to start wanting to connect with you just like you are connecting with them. So then eventually you can reach out to them on Facebook Messenger and get it to a point where every day you've connected with so many people. You're dripping on people every day. When I say dripping, that's what I mean is you are building a relationship with people every single day to a point where you have 10 people a day that you can actually contact, where you send them a message in Messenger and you say, hey, you know, I love your posts. Love your positive attitude. You're a rock star. When can we talk? I'd love to connect with you. And then wait for their response. Give them your phone number, and you guys, you just generated a warm market lead. Okay, so it's all about not just like sending out spam to people. It's about connecting and being real online, just like you are offline. Okay, so there are some resources that can really help you. Like the number one tool that I use for graphic design is canva.com. So just like I posted for this training, this little thing about recruiting through social media, I did that through canva.com. Little posts that add value to people, you know, canva.com. You can make your own designs on canva.com. You can also outsource it, okay? So again, this is all about you doing income generating activities. So you don't want to be on canva.com and creating all this stuff all day long, okay? It's about you making money, okay? This training is all about you making money and making things happen. So if you want, there's actually some really inexpensive ways to have other people create for you, like little posts and things like that. You could go to swiftly.com or fiverr.com. You can actually outsource, and people will do posts for you. You can tell them what you want, and they'll actually create it for you. Flyers, that's the other thing for home meetings, okay? You know, we just had a regional event in Salt Lake City, and so if I were you, I would make a flyer for that. In your local meetings, have a flyer for every training. When you're out doing meetings, okay, offline, okay, just like at a networking event, you carry business cards around. Well, you should also have a flyer for all the events, because we all know that the way we close is by getting people to a second exposure. So canva.com, you can actually create flyers as well that you can print off and you can take with you and use. This is also for graphics for meetings that you have for some of your groups that are people that are now in the business, like It's a New Day and the 212 Boiler Room, okay? These are places that you can post meetings, okay, for people that are already in the business, and you can do graphics there online. Okay, you guys, so here's the thing. This was brief. There's a lot more about, you know, building your business through social media, but that's the basic and the most important, and that's what top online marketers do, is they're very mysterious. Okay, if you go to your Facebook page and you have no idea what you're actually doing, I mean, they don't know what you're actually doing, but you look really professional and you look like you're kicking some butt and they want to follow you, then you're doing it right, okay? That's important. Now, there are other ways. You know, there's leads. You could generate leads online. That's through ClickFunnels, and we can go into that a little bit later. But honestly, the very best way for you to get real people that engage and join your business, it's exactly what I just did. That is the very best way for you to connect with people, and just make it a goal that offline, okay, you connect with 10 people a day, and online you're connecting with 10 people a day. Like, really focus on that. And you know, these people, it doesn't matter where they're at on social media, because you can literally do video presentations. Last night I did a video presentation to a gal, or a couple in California, and then we also had a video presentation for somebody. It was like a video meeting for somebody that was back east, somebody that was in the Midwest, and then I was here on the West Coast. So just know that online is the key and you can get to everybody, but then don't forget about those local belly-to-belly meetings. Is so important. Eventually you have to meet them, okay? And so all these people that you meet online, you're gonna want to get to Vegas, okay, so that you can meet them in person and engage. That's important too. Okay, now back to this, okay? I know I do this every training, but the most important thing you can do is work on you. If you aren't where you want to be today, okay, then the very best thing you can do is just become better, okay? My motto is every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. And my circumstances today don't define what I can create. Each and every one of you, you have strengths, talents, gifts that you need to go share with the world, okay? The world needs to hear your voice. And so work on you. The best thing that I learned when I was 19 years old is my mentor said, if you have problems, you can overcome anything, okay? Anything is possible as long as you're willing to grow to it, okay? You've just got to become bigger than your problems. You yourself have to grow out of your circumstances and become bigger and better so you can create the life that you truly want to live. So every day, work on you. There's many books that you can read. Just make sure that you have a good book that you are listening to every single day, that you're reading every single day. 15 minutes a day takes all of your financial struggles away. And lead your life. Make sure you have a schedule. And part of that schedule is with this social media. Okay, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night, you're focused on social media. But have a schedule. Treat this business like a multi-million-dollar company. It is a multi-million-dollar company. You own a multi-million-dollar company, and you can create millions of dollars for yourself if you treat it like a big business, but you have to treat it like a big business. Okay, so have a schedule for yourself, and every day work on activities that are income generating activities. They're activities that are going to make you money, okay? This is so important. Your DMO, focus on your DMO. These are income generating activities, and as long as you're following this, then you're creating an income. So when we talked about social media, that's the peaks, and I believe there's something on here about peaking, but that is, you know, connecting with people and peaking people every single day, getting them to engage, and then eventually, by the way, from that, okay, so let's say that you reach out to them and you say, when can we talk? Then you've got to get good at doing video presentations, okay, or get them on the phone with one of us for a video presentation. And we can show you how to do that. But that's another thing that you'll want to learn to grow your business. Okay, so every day, are you asking yourself, who can I help get to FC today? Are you drawing out your team? Who's close to a promotion? Who needs launched? Who can I follow up with? Who's having a meeting today? Who can I get to national? Who do I need to connect with? You should be asking yourself these questions every single day and focusing on that. That is your income generating activities. Okay, so next Tuesday is our next training. We're going to have it Tuesday instead of Monday, but next Tuesday, February 27th at 8 a.m. Pacific will be our next training. And what you need to do this week, okay, is make your schedule, make sure that you're following that schedule, and focus on breaking financial consultants. Remember that we are a Jeep factory. All we do is every day we look to see who can I get to the Jeep position? Who can I help get to Jeep position? For this month, the month of February, for you to stay on track to 2-star or to 1-star SFC, okay, in your 90-day time frame, we're on week 7 now, okay, so for you to hit that 1-star SFC position by the 12th week, then you will have need to at least break 4 FCs in the month of February, okay? Now, to stay in the challenge, you just need to break 1 FC by the end of the month. Okay, and that can even be you. If you're not an FC yet, then break yourself as an FC. That's your first step, okay? You've got to first become an FC, and then you can start breaking other FCs, okay? But your goal to stay in the challenge is break 1 FC. And then for the 90-day challenge, okay, to hit 1-star SFC in your 90 days, it is, again, break 4 FCs in February and get 10 new people to national in February. Now, to stay in the challenge, you want to register at least 2 new people in your team for national. Okay, you guys, I'm super excited for all of you. I'm actually going to